Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video we're gonna take a look at Animate.css, which is a CSS toolkit or library, whatever you want to call it, and it allows you to create some really nice animations using just CSS, and it also allow us to implement events using JavaScript and jQuery. So we are not going to go in depth in this video. I'm going to show you how to get started with this and how to implement this library using just the CDN link, and you can play around with this library. So here is the link. You can see here animate.css, and we have different animations in the drop down list. This is the bounce, and you can see jello. This is a swing animation. These all are just CSS animations. Without going in depth or without writing some custom CSS animations, we can use this library, and it is very easy and handy library, as you can see here. So we'll see how we can use it inside our project. So here is the GitHub page, and you can find all the class names which you need to use inside the project. So here is just my HTML page, and you can see here I have included two links in this head section, right? You can see here first is the bootstrap 4 CDN link, and the next one is the animate.css, that is 3.5.2 version. And you can get this CDN link from the GitHub page. You can see here you can use this link or you can use this one. You can use anyone, right? So this is just a simple way to get started with this library. Now we will write some HTML, right? I'm gonna take one div tag with the class container, and I'm gonna say header. I'm gonna take text center and text white. These all are bootstrap 4 classes, so don't get confused. Inverse, you can say p5. p5 means padding 5, right? So in this header I'm gonna take one h1 tag with the class display 3, and I'm gonna say animate css, animate.css, sorry. So let's save it and let's see the preview inside the browser, how it is looking. As you can see here, it looks beautiful, right? The background is inverse, but you can change it to primary, or you can use any color you want using bootstrap. So let me take one section here below this header, and I'm gonna give some class. No, I'm gonna give the ID section 1, sorry, section 1, and also I'm gonna use some classes like bg faded, p5, and I want the margin top and bottom to be 3 pixels, so I'll use my 3 pixels. Inside this I'm gonna use one h1 tag, and I'm gonna say section 1. Below this h1 tag I'm gonna use p tag lorem ipsum tab. No, it is not working. Lorem, right, it is working now. I'm gonna remove these last three lines, right? So this is our first section inside the container, and here is the header, right? And you can see here, so let's save it. Let's see the preview inside the browser. As you can see here, section 1 with the dummy content. So I'm gonna use one more section inside the HTML, inside this HTML file, and I'm gonna say section 2, and this one to be section 2. Save it, and let's see, right, the two sections along with the header are appearing on the screen. And let me use buttons here. right? And let's give the name of the button to button primary, and let's say get started here, or you can say get started only, right? Save it, see in the browser, it is appearing here, you can see here. So this is just a simple HTML file with some simple CSS. Now I'm gonna use Animate.css library. So already we have imported the CDN link, you can see here at the top in the head section. Now I'm gonna show you how you can do it. Here is just a simple example. All you need to do is you need to include this animated class first, and then your actual animation class. So we have bunch of different classes here. You can see here there are different classes which you can use inside your project. So let me use this animated class for the header section, and along with this I'm gonna use sliding down class. Right, save it, and let's see the preview how it is looking. Right, it is looking fantastic, and it is sliding in down the header section in this page, right? So let's use some different classes as well for these two sections. So let's use the same class animated here for the section 1, and also use the slide in left class for the first section, and let's refresh it, and it is sliding in from the left side. And we're gonna use the same class but with different direction for the second section, that is slide in right. Save it, and let's see. Yeah, the three sections are the header, and the two sections are using Animate.css library, and they are showing some nice animations. So we will take a look now how we can modify some properties, how we can manipulate some properties, CSS properties in this Animate.css library. So for this we need one style.css file so that we can play around with. So here is my style.css file, and I'm gonna use section 1 ID, and I'm gonna use some properties like animation delay. You might have heard about these properties if you were building custom CSS animations without using Animate.css library. So these are some beautiful properties which you could use inside your CSS file to delay the animation for a few seconds. Animation delay 3 seconds, right? And animation duration, I want this animation duration for 5 seconds. Let me change this to 2, and let's change this to 1 to see the initial preview. Let's save it. Yeah, you can see here it takes 1 minute of delay. Let me use 3 seconds here, and let's use the duration for 5 seconds or 5 seconds. Let's refresh it. No, it is still not working. Let me use the correct ID here, right? ID, save it, and let's refresh it. You can see here it stucks, and it takes 3 seconds and it takes 5 seconds to come in, right? It gives the 3 seconds delay, and it takes all 5 seconds for the duration for the animation. And we have one more beautiful property called animation iteration count of 3. I want this animation to be iterated for 3 times. So let's refresh it, and you can see here 1, this is the first animation, and it is the second animation, and the third one. you can see here. So we have beautiful properties, custom CSS properties which we can play around with. So I'm gonna change this to 0 and I'm gonna change this to 1. So let's use the same properties except the animation iteration count for the second section, right? So let's remove this and let's change this to 3 seconds, right? Let's save it. Yeah, you can see here. Also we can give infinite as well, so it continuously animates. Yeah, you can see here it is animating infinitely, right? We can see here, we can stop here using just by giving number 2. So I'm gonna refresh it. 1 2, right, it stops. So here is the here I have shown you just a simple demo of Animate.css, and I have also shown you how to get started with this library. Hope you understand and hope you enjoy this video. And if you like this video, then please drop your feedbacks in the comment section below, so that I can know, and that so I can improve my quality of production of my videos. So thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe my YouTube channel to stay up to date with latest technologies, and also share this video with your friends. Thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you soon.